team for life.
Where do you start?
Well,
it was not supposed to be like that.
No, it was not.
I thought you were like, it was like full WWE character. Like, you were the meanest human being I've ever met.
Dude, he's looking at me. He's looking at me, and his eyes were this fucking
I was
big.
like, is this fucking dude serious?
Save it.
Like,
Save him, Jimmy.
I was sitting there and I'm like, I'm looking and
Did I go too far?
No.
You didn't go too far. I mean, you had a passionate, like 76-year-old woman whose husband served in World War II, old man, and career VFW, and she is stuck in the. She doesn't understand social media. She doesn't understand technology. She just knows. They just know that game they were playing in the back, the gambling game.
Let's just put it this way: Jimmy's dying on the ground. I need to give him life-saving measure, and you're standing in front of me saying I can't touch Jimmy.
Yes.
What am I going to do?
Yeah, you're gonna.
I'm going to move you. Or going to be mean to you.
So that's what was happening. She was basically taking the stand that the first problem I have with VFW is, like you were saying, they limit their club by veteran of foreign wars. There's just that this generation of is not the same. I believe, VFW guys come back from Vietnam with nowhere to go. Country turned their back on them, shit on them, pissed on them. No VA. That was like, okay, we're going to go in this room of a veteran of a foreign war. This is the only place that's going to take care of us. They're going to help us get food. They're going to do. So the country shit on those people. Fast forward, veterans are still getting shit on, but not as bad as that era. And America's not as bad to vets as they were then. So they're kind of living in the past that there's so many things going on outside those doors. It should, in my opinion, turn more into like just veterans.
Yeah, they should lose that whole
foreign war.
Because if we go to war again, there's going to be much less boots on ground than there are kids with fucking drones sitting in Phoenix, Arizona. So are those kids with drones that are getting kills on the battlefield? Are they going to be able, or is it because they're not going to have boots on ground? I'm telling you, it's just not going to happen.
When you look at like World War II or World War I, where a significant majority of the population, if you say, hey, 7% or 5% of the entire population and 20% of the male population went and fought, like that's a significant demographic.
Yeah.
That's a significant amount of people that would be able to join the VFW. Let's say that only 20%, that's still a lot of people. But we've got, 20-year war and we don't have nearly as many. And the part of that is because some of us did several deployments over 20 years.
Yeah.
And World War II lasted.
Well, we never had a draft either.
Yeah, and we never had a draft.
Walking into the VFW, and I'll be the mean one now that we're not there anymore. I get screamed at. Walking in there, it's like walking in Walmart in the 80s.
Uh-huh.
The decorations are old. The format is old. The technology is old. The atmosphere is old. They did have a jukebox. I'll give them that, a newer one that you can scan, like TouchTunes.
They had some other stuff too that we can't talk about.
They did, but you have to evolve, just like everything else evolved. It's like they didn't evolve, and they expected to draw the people in. It'd be like it'd be like telling your kid that you're the only kid in the block that's not going to have an Xbox and a cell phone. This is how we've always done in this house. Come on in, and your friends are gonna be like, "I'm not going over that kid's house. That kid's a moron."
Here watching VHS.
That's a great comparison.
You're not going to go over that.
Like, you can run your house like that.
That kid's awesome, but I'm not going to your house ever because I'm not going in there with no Xbox. I can't use the Wi-Fi. There isn't any Wi-Fi. Yeah. So when you walk into that old atmosphere, you look at, there's some nostalgic things. The table, the set table, POW, the flags, that stuff's there, but it's so outdated. And the philosophy behind it is, you're not going to attract the Vietnam vet. There's no such thing as a Vietnam vet mentality now in this country. It's a different place.
No, everybody wanted to serve.
If you were going to create a bar that was for us, you'd have HESCO barrier looking walls and you'd have a bunch of like heavy metal stuff and rap music and
whoa, dude, you just went 3 separate.
Yeah.
No, dude, like I listen to so much metal and
heavy
so much
metal stuff, rap music.
I listen to metal and gangster rap.
It's driving down the street. And here was the irony of that night was the loudest people including her, because she didn't serve, were non-served people. Everybody sat down and talked to us. I don't know if there's anybody in there was a vet.
No, there wasn't anybody.
Us three and that one guy at the bar that
not a veteran of foreign wars.
No.
And everybody led with, I'm not a vet. I'm not a vet at all, but I'm here because I care about you guys. So you're letting people in, and it's great, that care about vets, and they're basically funding your entire VFW, and there's not one veteran of a foreign war or vet.
They're drinking.
They're not even in there.
No,
they're not there.
Everybody that was, so one of my biggest arguments too is I said, okay, listen, I was like, where's your command structure? Why are they not sitting here? And I was, no, it was just supporters that were there. That was it. And they said, oh, he's out of town. He didn't know what this was going to be. If he had known, he would have been here. And I'm like, okay, I don't believe that. I think if you're going out of town, you're going out of town. You're not getting paid to be at the VFW. But that being said, my biggest fucking argument was like, whose house are we in? We're in that commander's house. That should be his house. We've got 9 fucking flyers this big on every door and wall. We've got mini flyers at the bar being passed out to everybody. And not one person went, who are these guys, dude? These guys are lifeline.
And we paid, by the way. We paid to be
there. So then we're doing an event. The contrast to this is we're doing an event this Saturday.
Yeah.
This is going to be at a modern brewery.
Yep.
Where there's a veteran-owned brewery with a nonprofit watch. We're going to have a massive turnout. And the difference is how it's presented, where it's at, and the atmosphere of where we're going.
And people knowing, hey, media.
We know we want to be. We need people talking about
Please
this.
come here.
So that's unfortunate.
But that flyer set up, and those people that are so stuck in their ways looked at the same flyer for 3 weeks and didn't even know what the hell it was. No one cared. No one said. And I'm even saying, all right, our house is fallen. I want to drink here for the next 15 years until I die of cirrhosis of the liver, right? That's what I want to do. Statistically speaking, this building is going to be a Miller's Ale House in about 5 years.
And you said that.
And what are we going to do, guys? Gents, everybody at the bar drinking, what's our game plan? Let's get some fucking youth in here. Nobody. They sat and looked at that flyer and just went back because and we went there and we were telling people, can you come engage with us? And they're like, nah. No, a lot of people did, but some people were like, no, I just wondering. Like, okay, we'll keep it open for you, but so you can drink.
And that's you're not going to get anybody. You're not going to sustain that business model.
So I grew up at VFWs and American Legions and things like that when I was a kid, and they were packed, right?
Mm-hmm. And same with FOP halls.
And so I'm gonna tell a story. I told a story that night, and I'll tell it on air. I went to the American Legion where my grandpa and my grandma. My grandpa flew in Vietnam. My grandpa was, I think he was the sergeant at arms or something like that. He was in charge of a bunch of money, and my grandma was in the ladies auxiliary. I went there. I had been back from the war for a week. I had spent 15 months in Iraq. I'm back from the war. I'm in there. There's a bunch of Vietnam vets. There's a bunch of Korean vets. There's some World War II guys, smaller than what I remember, but there's still some. And a guy looked at me and looked at my grandpa and said, when's this guy going to join? And my grandpa goes, oh, he just got back from Iraq. And the dude rolled his eyes and goes, yeah, you guys got it good now. And it was like a complete turn. Like, I don't ever want to fucking go to the American Legion again because there's a bunch of tab protectors. There's a bunch of
it's gate kept.
It's gate kept.
So that it was just a very difficult situation because, she was like, well, because I'm like the business model. I was like, I'm not attacking your VFW. I'm attacking the VFW in general. The business model is based off of us going to war constantly forever. And I was like, in a perfect world peace, our goal is to never do that anymore. So why would you make your business model? Now, granted, it's like policing. We're making our business model off of police videos because they're always going to be there. So I guess maybe that's their assumption. There's always going to be war. So let's have
when do we officially end the war in Iraq and Afghanistan?
2022.
Well, I guess it was on the pullout of 2022.
Okay. So we're 3 years out. If we don't go to war for 10, 12 years,
we're still going to be alive.
Who can go?
Who can be a member?
Yeah, because right now you have, and then you had a big gap. You have what? Desert Storm 96, right? And then you had 96 to 01, so you had another long period. Vietnam to the Desert Storm was a massive gap. So yes, it was a great concept at the time, and the reasoning behind it was amazing. We have a bunch of veterans of foreign war that have nowhere to go, so we're going to start halls and places for them to gather. But eventually, there's not enough.
Because the way you do it, there's different levels. You can hold office at a VFW. You do have to be a member of a foreign war, right? To hold office. Hold on, wait, I'm not done.
Oh,
so you have to be a member of foreign war of office.
Foreign war.
The next step is just to be a member of the VFW. You have to pay fees, by the way. Mm-hmm. There's an annual fee, or you can. I think it's I think it's always
Dues,
only
yeah,
annual.
you get dues.
You got to pay a fee to be a member there, but that used to be something where like, dude, this place is so fucking banging, dude. This is awesome. This is my home, right? And then there's people that can be auxiliary, which they run a linear chain of command with the commanders, but they're civilians. They're usually the old ladies, the wives, like their their wives and stuff. I don't mean old ladies as derogatory. I mean like their old lady.
Mhm.
And then there's people that are they're veterans. They served in the military, but they can't be members. Like they can't. It's almost like a biker club. Like, hey,
that doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
You're
Because
coming in, you're drinking beer, you're paying, but I can't be a member. It just doesn't make sense.
yeah,
Like the concept of it needs to be rebranded as a veteran location for all vets.
Well, that's what the American Legion is.
oh, is that their difference?
Well, then if they want to lose to the American Legion, they want to just disband the VFW. That's fine, but you're not gonna get kids that just got out of the went to Iraq in 2021, 2019 that play video games and do all that stuff.
No, those guys aren't.
They're not going
to
to walk in that door ever.
I mean,
But that's the ideas I'm talking about right there. Your game, right? And I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to start showing up at that
I'm
VFW.
gonna go too.
So I'm going to go and I'm going to start. They told me, they made it very clear. You will not start at
we can go there Thursday.
Yeah, you will not start at a place of high position. You will start at, they made it very clear. I was like, okay, cool. Take your pride and get the fuck out.
She did tell you that.
So I'm like, I'm going to go, right? And then I'm going to go, what use? Bam, boom, boom, video game nights. Veteran video game nights, right?
Play Mario Kart.
We start,
or
and the whole point of it is if you do one special night, you try to retain 5% of those people as everyday customers. If you do that enough, you will start building retaining a base.
Here's what I would do. You
can't interrupt me and just go here.
My bad. I'm sorry, man. Like I got.
You write it down. Like
he needs his own show. You got a lot of ideas. We need Jimmy's own podcast.
All right,
Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
Do you remember? Did you play a lot of video games in the barracks when you lived in barracks?
I didn't, only because the live was like just coming out, like really hardcore. So I didn't.
Okay.
But there's
I played Halo 2 a lot in the barracks, between barracks rooms.
Yeah.
I would put together like, hey, dude, we're gonna play fucking Halo 2, like, hey, we're gonna do it like we did back in the day. Like, hey, we're all on a fucking
connecting on a network.
Yeah.
But so it wasn't live, but it was console based.
Yeah, it's a local area network.
Local. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, like
LAN party.
Yeah, it's a LAN party.
All right.
Right, we're all gonna hang out, man. We're gonna do what we did, right? You can't have those fucking. And this is what I was trying to bring up. I was actually trying to help you. It's like I could say that to them, and they'd be like, "No, we're not fucking doing."
Yeah, that's true. They don't. Well, because they don't know what it is, and B, they resist change. And I can guarantee you right now, I tagged the VFW HQ Instagram, which has like 12,000 followers. It's not the smallest page in the world, but it's definitely needs to be in the hundreds of thousands if you're the fucking VFW. And I tagged them in this reel, and I guarantee you there will be no engagement, negative, clapback, positive. It doesn't matter. There will be no engagement from that because they don't know what they're doing. And that's what Mike tried to explain to Carolyn, that was really upset, is that you have to understand this is the modern age is technology. Exposure is exposure. Kids are on their phones. So when I'm on my phone driving, like everybody else, I'm passing that VFW. I don't know if they exist, like you said, until you see it somewhere and you see it cool, you see it modernized, and then you want to go.
And the VFW is going. I mean, I did the math, and of course, you called me out that night. I'm like, hey, when was the VFW founded?
You Googled it under the table.
Yeah, I did. I wasn't trying to do it under the table. I just did it, right? But it was 1899, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been around for 100 years. And her point was, well, we lost a lot of people during COVID, and that really slowed us down. It's like, so we've been going since 1899, but COVID's what stopped you.
Yeah.
COVID's what stopped you. No, what stopped you is that you don't have any young people.
Yeah.
And so we had between 1.9 and 3 million people serve in Iraq and Afghanistan during the war.
That's it?
That's it.
Yeah, that's not a good.
That's
nothing.
That's roughly the same number as served in World War II for 4 years. Okay, so you've got a smaller demographic that you're trying to reach that you can't,
and want nothing to do with you,
and they want nothing to do with you because you are gatekeeping them.
Yeah,
you're literally cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Mike, take us home.
Take us home, Mike.
On that,
Yeah.
it's got to be social media. It's got to be youth based. It's got to be younger people. It's got to change the inside of the building. You have to make it presentable. They're playing that roller game, bowling league, $7 a night. It's cool. I played, and I said that to her. I remember as 1993, 4, we used to go to bars and play darts. We would put our names in a hat. Two people be on a team. We played. We put $10 in. The house got some. That's kind of what they're doing. They're living in like the 90s.
But
still.
You can now gamble on your phone at home.
Yeah, but
you can do it in your underwear.
It's still fun to go do it. Like I remember playing horseshoes as a kid. I remember betting on darts. I remember it's still fun to get together and do it. You just have to modernize the building, bring people in, and I'm not saying anything mean, but I'm not gonna say it.
What?
There's just people. I mean, the bartender, there's a lot going on in there. You have to. It's the equivalent of having. How do I say this without sounding like a dick? It's equivalent of getting let's say you get your first 1,000 or 2,000 followers, and you're posting and you're getting 12 views, and to you that's a really big deal. And I'm not taking away from it. They're kind of on that level of we got 3 guys that come every night. So I know when I walk in that door, those same 3 dudes, and you become complacent that everything's okay because them 3 or 4 guys are showing up and you're serving 3 or 4 until they die or they don't come back and there's nobody to replace them. And I bet if you go back 10 or 15 years, you couldn't pull in that place.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it was packed and everybody was there and slowly they died. They moved on. They retired.
It sounds harsh, but guys, it's
happened.
a problem. Is that their VFWs, their demographic is so old.
Massive businesses
that death is a contributing factor.
Look at Circuit City. Circuit City lost to Best Buy. Circuit City, big corporations lost because Amazon came along. Walmart went to the digital era.
Best Buy is now at victim.
Best Buy's. I remember 5-8 years ago.
DVDs, fucking
dude.
packed.
We worked the detail at Black Friday. There'd be 5 cops outside with a mile long. You go there Black Friday. There's gonna be 3 people in line.
Yeah,
you can get online. So they had to evolve. They're keeping up because of their name, I think. But
so
good.
I want to make I'm making your point. So 2.7 million people served in Vietnam. Over 9 years.
Okay.
2.7 million. Over 20, we probably have that. We probably have less, but let's just say we have that. Over 20.
20-year war.
A 20-year war. And the one thing that you said that we actually didn't hit too hard because we should have, but we were trying to be nice, was that lady had no right to talk to us. We were actually veterans of foreign wars, and she wasn't.
Yeah. I tried. I mean, I tried to I know what you're saying because I tried to do that respectfully by saying I am a veteran of a foreign war. But also, like I was saying, is that when people come into critique, I don't if I become a member and I hold office, now I'm subject to the whole rigmarole of respect and loyal. I'm an outsider saying y'all are failing. It's just like the DOD and an auditor. It's like the DOD working with the DIA. I'm not in your chain of command, homeboy. I don't have to say shit to you. I was brought in to tell you what you're doing wrong. We can have a great relationship, or I can just report that you are failing.
And when that's done in a with good intentions, you're doing that with good intentions.
I was playing a character to help.
You were, but your intentions were to bring awareness and then say, I'm willing to infiltrate this place as an outsider and bring good ideas, not because I want to make money, not because I want to be famous, because I want to help you guys succeed. And that's the right reason. And what we see a lot of times is the wrong reasons. People infiltrate agencies or businesses to get some power or clout, and they do it for their own self-serving. You're doing that because you don't want to see 5 people sitting next door to VFW. You think it should be much bigger. And they're resistant to that based on the way we've always done it. And that's the biggest problem I saw. This is how it's done. They have no mindset of what's next. And you're right. You said it very, very harshly, but that's going to be a fucking taco restaurant or Taco Bell or McDonald's. It's great real estate. It's on a prime road that goes right there. Everything around is modernized. There's a Wawa and a Circle K that are brand new right on the other sides of it. Eventually they're going to go, we got the old lady's dead. The other 2 guys are gone. It's like, there's nobody left. Who's going to come in there and do it? I mean, nobody. So
and I'm not going to lie, dude. Monetarily, they would tear the building down because it makes no sense. It's too old.
Yes,
but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So it would take someone that cares about the building to fight to even have, which means the VFW can't lose it. Nobody in their right mind, a big investor that walks in and wants that lot, is going to keep that building.
No, it's gone.
It's too. It's
way
like
gone.
they built it in like the 70s.
Yeah,
It's,
the bathroom was weird. The
they're
walking
just
in the
going to
bathroom,
tear it down and build a Wawa. That is going to be a gas station.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we're doing everything I can. I think we're going to document it, like the VFW Chronicles. You know, I'm gonna go over there, start meeting some people, but I told that lady, this is how this is fucking gonna go. Every fucking meeting, I'm not gonna back down. Eventually, they're gonna say we don't like him. We don't like him. Their supporters that drink beer are gonna say no, you need him, but they hold.
Well,
no
here's
votes.
the other interesting thing. So I got in their football pool.
I saw that.
There's fucking 90, 100 people
Locals
on that list.
that
I got two sheets. I'll show it to you. I got 2 sheets of paper sent to me of all the people in the games. Let me look at so I get an accurate number. I don't want to lie to anybody, but it was a significant amount of people. Here's the sheets. That's all names. That is 40 names on. That's 80 names. So 80 people are participating in their weekly football picks at that building. But nobody's showing up.
I mean, like, dude, I'm thinking my mind goes so far to build things like I said, let's have a young bikers club night. I'll get all the MCs, that not the OMCs, not the outlaws, but just some biker clubs.
There's a ton of
Bring them in, have some competitions. Now, what I want to do is do that, and I want to have the old heads come in and hate it. I want them to hate it, and then I'm going to go, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a fun competition between the old guys and the young guys.
Cornhole,
and then we're going to take
stuff.
a big fucking photo, and we're going to start building a community, but it takes exposure.
You throw a grill out back, cornhole tournament, something for the kids, a bounce house, you get everybody there. You're right. It would draw people in because once people see it, once the vets see it and they want to see it succeed, they'll show up because there's all those biker gangs, there's all those pro vet people. They just don't know that place exists. There's people live a mile from here that don't know that place exists.
One of the other things I noticed too is that when you look around that place, you look at the decor, you look at the stuff that's on the walls, there's nothing from our generation.
No, there isn't.
No,
because they don't care.
No,
there is nothing.
And I don't mean that in a bad way, but they really don't care.
Iraq. There's not even
stuff. The fucking Mission Barbecue down the road has a better setup than that.
Right. We're supposed to be on the wall.
Right.
We gotta get our picture in there.
I mean, there's nothing even from Desert Storm. It's all Vietnam and back.
The table set for the person that didn't come home, the POW signs on the wall, those things are absolutely important, but they're outdated, and that's nothing new. People have seen the POW flag too long for it to draw you into it. Like I have one. I used to give out my thing was when a new guy on the shift achieved his level of being what I considered in the clique of good cops, you get a POW magnet to stick on your car. That was our sign, like something that shows awareness and shows commitment to the people that never came back, but also says, okay, that guy's got that sticker on a car. I know he's one of us. That thing is so out, like it's not catchy anymore. So they got the flag, the American flag and the POW flag in a parking lot with dirt and an old sign that looks like it's from the 70s with the letters you got to stick on it. Everything is outdated from the outside to inside. So it's going to take a rebranding, and they'll tell you they don't have money, and they'll tell you they don't have this, they don't have that. And it's just a bag of excuses, and you have to start somewhere.
And the reason why nobody joins, and we'll end it on this, and I'm sorry, but we have to move on, is they want people to come join them on their sinking ship.
Yes.
As they're falling down and their ship is going to the water, everyone's looking down. Like, I'm not going to join that. The amount of effort it would take to keep this ship afloat that you guys have failed to do. If it was a business model, any businesses are just going to sit there like sharks and wait for it to go under.
And then you present an idea and you get screamed at by an old lady.
well, so I mean, here's the other side, and
we got to wrap it up after this.
Okay, I'm going to be the dark Jimmy side.
Okay,
I'm going to watch you fail, and I'm going to fucking buy you, and I'm going to make a veteran place that I actually want.
Yeah, I thought about opening up a bar next door called Veterans of Fucking Wars.
Yeah,
and just made. But that's what the VFW would take, is they would have to see. Like start an Instagram page and call it like Veterans of Fantastic Wars or something, and like a mock-up of how it could be modernized and see how successful it goes. And they're going to be like, damn, they're right. But anyways, we got to take a commercial break.